Sorry about that, guys. I had to fix a lot of different things at once, but it looks like the actual spectating thing that was happening did get fixed in the end. Yeah, you saw that lovely VLC screen. The champion select lasted a really long time, apparently, because I couldn't actually get into the game until just now. But as you can see, it just started, so we're underway here with N Faculty up against Peculiar. We have Gragas. Wow, they did not line up correctly. That's good to know. Alright, so now I need to fix this. I'm guessing that's what they're going for. So we have a Gragas versus a Lulu in the top lane. We have Vi versus Lisa in the jungle, Orianna versus Xerath, Tristana versus Caitlyn, and Braum versus Thresh here. And just to refresh you guys' memory on who's on what team, from Faculty we have Zio, Pronbear, Sigu, Cedric, and Mountain. On the side of Peculiar we have, oh, this is going to be hard, Regin, Millie, Insane, Curve, and I Am Sense. So hopefully it's going to be a good game here between these two teams. Hopefully a quicker one. I was a little bit confused at how it lasted so long last time. But I'm thinking it won't be the same this time. It should be a lot quicker. At least I would assume. But obviously you can't really pay attention to the stuff on the right. It's not really going to be in the correct spot, unfortunately, since it didn't line up correctly in the lobby. But either way, Vi versus Lisa in the jungle. That one's going to be cool to see. Haven't seen Vi in, well, actually, no, I saw Vi last week during the Black Monster Cup. Or was it the week before? I don't know, I did see it recently, and it didn't really perform too well. Yeah, it actually didn't perform well at all, if I remember correctly. But Braum, though, that one's going to be cool to see, because Braum's such a strong champion, such a strong support. Obviously, he has been tweaked around a little bit, but still damn strong, doesn't matter. And Trist, always that late game dominance out of her, but Caitlyn does have the ability to counter in lane in the beginning, obviously, since you have the extra range that she just does not have until I think it's like level 16 or something. So I would assume that, you know, Peculiar should be able to win early on. It seems like, to me, and Faculty have more of a late game team than the side of Peculiar does. So if Peculiar can get, you know, the ball rolling early on and kind of just smooth out that mid game low that Caitlyn does have. With the Lulu and a Thresh, kind of running like a double support kind of thing. You know, obviously with the Lulu and a solo lane, you have the ability to really fight a lot in the mid game. And that's what I'm kind of assuming. Don't let Triss get to that late game presence, that late game force that she can become. And same with Orianna, don't let her get that ridiculous AP and those 5-man ultimates off. Can really prevent her from, well, prevented Faculty from actually winning 2 straight here. And Faculty, they actually beat Planet Key Dynamics, who was the #1 seed coming into this, so good job by them, to be honest. I think they finished first in the A series. They weren't actually one of the core teams. It's no easy feat for them, to be honest. But as you can see, CS pretty even bottom lane. Pretty even across the board here between both teams. Not really expecting anyone to get really too far ahead just yet, as we're only 4 minutes in. And the jungler's still, well, just sticking around in the jungle. Just continuing to farm up here. Obviously, Lee Sin just a little bit further ahead than Vi right now. The directed camera just loves his bottom lane. Actually, just gonna like turn it off real quick and turn it back on to see if it does go anywhere else. Okay, there we go. Back to seeing top. Back to seeing farming. But Lulu versus Gragas, I don't think there's any kill potential there for either of them. They both have escapes. Well, Lulu doesn't have an escape, but any kills unless the jungler comes in. Bottom lane though, I think both actually of them have a decent opportunity to really make a kill happen, because right now we can see Lee Sin come from the backside, Mountain getting caught out. Lee Sin will land the Q, but Mountain gonna hop right out. Unless if he has a distance, he will have Ignite up, but he's not gonna use it just yet. They almost turned that out around, actually 2-on-3, picking up a kill onto Lee right there. But either way, good gank coming in. They do force at least the flash out of Braum. Unfortunately, they didn't really pick anything up off of that, and well, now Vi off to the side, gonna be spotted by Ward in the tri-bush. So just gonna back away and go back to farming. But again, I mean, at least Lee Sin's making a little bit of presence, forcing Pronbear to play a little bit reactive. And Kate actually messed up a lot of CS, as you can see. Only 2 CS ahead, but there's a giant wave right there. Actually, it does approach a 4, but that's a huge wave. And well, Trish on a turret is not an easy thing to do. As you see right there, just missed out on quite a few CS. It's really hard to do that considering her passive on her E. And He's actually missing on quite a few here. That's actually really unfortunate. Gonna miss out on, I think, a good portion. I think like 5 or 6. And now Triss going deeper, going for the kill onto Caitlyn. They do get the stun. Will force the flash. The heal's being used as well. And well, Cedrin gonna get, well, actually not take it down. He's gonna survive. He's gonna get the leap away. But will Millie get the last auto attack in? No, he will not. He'll be forced back. Mountain did actually pick up the kill onto Sense. That giving him with the first blood. But either way, they're at least securing 1 kill, and they'll take that one. Stun gonna come in on a Thresh. Cedrin not feeling his chances here. Not really wanting to go in and maybe give away a kill there. But all summoners down bottom now. Has a prime target for Lee to come gank in. Or even Vi, I guess, since she, well, level 3 right now. We'll be hitting 4 soon. And should be 6 before I think the flashes are all back up, so. Mountain just trying to punish Millie. He's trying to keep the wave off the turret, and he ends up, you know, doing it pretty well, but he suffered a lot of damage from that. Alright, top lane pretty much is dead even. Zion teleporting it towards the top side again. Not going, or he's going for the Lich Bane. He's not going for the Rod of Ages anymore. Or, well, he didn't last time either. It's so weird to see that. Maybe you just haven't been seeing it lately, or I just haven't been paying attention, but I don't typically see that kind of build. Definitely unique. Well, Xerath going to be really hard to gank here for Vi. Obviously has that extreme range. Not to mention, well, Prombear will be spotted right there. You can see Lee Sin already make his way down towards the bottom, looking for potentially a gank here. I don't think there's any ward to spot him if he goes into the tri-bush, but he's still sitting in the river. Maybe he's trying to turn a gank around. He knows Vi just cleaned out that pink ward, so he could possibly be coming down. Instead, he will just back away, going to be getting over the blue buff to curve in middle. But you can see both AD carries return with the pickaxe, but Cedrin with an extra Doran's blade here. So getting a little extra lifesteal. A little extra health, a little bit extra AD. To help him contend, obviously, against Caitlyn here. And I would imagine if they're going to be this aggressive, like, they already have 1 kill. I feel like they feel like they can control the lane. And when they hit 6, that's prime time for some ganks. And here comes the flash Q coming in onto the... Wow, Prombear just blows him up with the flash Q in and the ultimate. They pick up another one. That is 2-0 here for the side of Faculty. And a lot faster game than we had just prior. Really unfortunate for Insane. That just kind of caught him off guard so hard. But now with that kill coming in, 71 to 57 CS. A big difference here now developing in the top lane. I would imagine if he's back to, you know, buy anything decent. Why can't I? Game, can you? Why is my keyboard not working? There it goes. Okay, keyboard wasn't working. So he has 900 gold to spend, so he can't actually buy anything just yet. But well, at least he's getting caught out here. Taking a lot of damage, and he will be able to back away. Zion should be able to do the same. But again, they know where Lee is now. They're forcing pressure around the map. And Peculiar just don't seem to have an answer for it so far. You can see bottom, a little bit of a CS lead here for the side of Peculiar, which you would expect. Like, it should happen with the Caitlyn versus Trist. Especially when you just shove the lane against Trist and force it to farm under turret. And top lane still 20, actually approaching 30 here. If Zao can actually make him miss a lot of that CS, but trying to harass away. And Cedrin trying to do the same, but obviously with the Relic Shield's a little bit difficult to do that. And imagine we're not going to really see another kill come in until the jungler's visit. And right now, well, Lee, he will be spotted bottom. Ward will disappear. He notices it, and he's not backing away. All right, so maybe he didn't actually see it happen. All right, so Lee, unfortunately, just hasn't really been able to gank so far. He had the initial gank on bottom, which worked out. He forced the flash at a mountain, but he hasn't been successful other than that. He was the one forcing you know, Prombear to play retro or reactive, and right now he's trying to go into Prombear 1v1, and Prombear turns it around. Here comes the ultimate. Prombear going to dodge it on 2 of the ult charges, and will just get hit by only the 3rd here, picking up a kill. Millie gets taken out as well, and Sedrin looking for maybe another here, as well, Sense will get stunned up, and that will be, that should be another kill. Mountain can take up this turret forever. And that's a double here for Sedrin. 5-0, 11 minutes in. And Faculty, well, they're playing a lot better this time. I'll definitely give them that. Prombear is really starting to step up here. He's been able to participate in 2 kills so far. And really making that early game Vi dominance work. Alright, so first turret, first dragon of the game going over 10 Faculty as well off the back of that kill middle. And well, look at the gold difference they have. 18.5, 18.6 to 14. A 4K gold lead. Look at that. 3 people have over 2K to spend. That is not good. You can see Sedrin going straight for the Infinity Edge. Prombear, well, only has 1,200 to spend, so not really that impressive, but mid lane got the things all the Grail done. Top lane has 2.2K to spend. Can finish the Lich Bane if he wants to go for that. I mean, when you're basically getting to like a full item ahead right now, like this, that's what they're approaching. And it's really hard to lose this game. It really is, especially when you're a late game team that is doing very well early on. So if you're on the side of Peculiar, I want to get back in this one. I think Lee's got to be into these ganks. Like, he's got to be able to turn these around. He's either got to counter gank Vi, or he's got to create opportunities for his own. He's got to pick up some kills somewhere. And mid lane, I guess, is his only real chance with Xerath. I mean, could land a hook bottom, but every time he's been down there, he's been shut down. I don't think they can actually 3v2 them anyways. I'm pretty sure, in fact, they could probably win out on that one. So mid lane's like your only real chance. And yet, that window's closing by the second here. Sigu will now have blue buff, have a lot of mana, should be able to just command protect over and over again. Not to mention distance and just run away. Top lane has body slam and flash. Bottom lane is just really, really strong right now, and the Infinity should be done when he goes back to base. Alright, here they go, and who are they looking for? They're gonna go straight for Caitlyn, and oh, that would be a free kill. Knocks him away as well. Sedrin gonna probably just finish this off with a jump. There it is. And that is another double kill coming in for the side of Faculty, and in particular, Sedrin, who's now 4-0-1. And that's a dead Lulu. Alright, Prawn flashes last second. He will be taken down here. Finally, Peculiar pick up their first kill, but at what cost? Because right now, Zio is able to turn this one around pretty well. They're trying to come up with the ultimate. But instead, he won't be able to really get there in time. And I'm actually really curious because, you know, Planet Key core team, ranked 1 coming into this, into the group. And I don't know what the score was at the end of their game between them and Peculiar, but I mean, Peculiar not looking as strong as what we just saw with crowd control. It took, you know, in fact, a lot longer to pick up this many kills. Maybe they were just warming up. Sigu, ooh, getting caught a little bit, but Curve, he's the one actually about to get taken down from this one. He will survive, though. He needs to fight another day here, but still, the pressure's been on. Whenever Sedrin goes back to base, they're going to have one Infinity Edge, maybe even a Zeal done off the back of their stack Shiv. It's getting very dangerous here for the side up here. They have to make something happen. This would be their push. I would have said they need to get a turret down here in the bottom lane just to free up Caitlyn to roam around and help out, but right now they might lose on the one middle. They've already taken 2 turrets. And they're looking for Curve, and they will get him. Heal going to be coming in. Imagine going to be forced right back down to half HP already, just from one attack from Sigu. He's going to get caught with the Q, but he's not going to care. He's going to keep that one. Oh, look at that. He comes around the corner. Prombear looking for another kill here. Will be kicked right back into Sigu. Now, actually, might be enough to get the kill. He's going to pick this one up, and that would be a great play coming out of Regin picking up a kill. And he is now 2-1 here. Finally, a little bit of life coming for the side of Peculiar, but they've got a lot to go before they're back in this game. And there it is. Infinity Edge and Zeal done. Cedrin is going to hit like a truck. He has to make sure he doesn't get caught by a hook here. He does have flash though, so he could be able to keep this one alive. Hook going to come in, it's going to connect. He gets landed on the cupcake, or pushed onto it. They're off to the side. Prombear looking for the kill on Caitlyn, and well, you know what? They're going to pick up the kill here. She will be taken out instantly. And watch the damage Cedrin does here as he just jumps right back in, flashes immediately away though, realizing that Xerath was there. But still, easy kills coming in. And right now, Sense not having the best of games. 0-4 here. It does have at least his Infinity Edge almost done. You know, funny enough, he's ahead in CS. But those kills are really starting to snowball this game, and you can see 300 gold to spend for Cedrin here when he does go back to base. Probably going to finish off the stack shift next. Maybe work towards the last Whisper after that. And Haunting Gas picked up for Xyle, so he wants some mid-game power here, and you know what? You see what he can do. He definitely can make this happen. Hook won't connect on Xyle. He will be able to back away. But still, Brutalizer picked up for Prawn. Nisalar Drod picked up for Sigu here. And you almost have to look at this like, can they come back? 28.5 to 21.7. Dragging up about 30 seconds here, and in fact, you're already like down here in the bottom of the map looking for it. And look at that. Cedrin just demolishes him. He's unstoppable at 5-0-2. Alright, 15 seconds to go on Dragon. I'm assuming the fact they're going to take that one as quick as it comes up. They know they can win the fights. There's no challenge for them now. Just a matter of making Peculiar come out and play. A little early there, Zion. Oh, can Xerath steal it? Nope. Smite coming in. Prombear catches that one. And now they're going to start to push middle. I think they want that tower. Ultimate gonna keep Xerath away from getting back to his turret. You can see in Faculty just trying to hold off to the sides. Oh, Hook comes in, catches Prombear on the Q, and he will be taken down here, getting a little bit cocky. You can't really afford to do that right now, and you even see Mountain trying to back off. Trying to allow his teammates to get out of here as well. And that's actually really worrisome for me, because you can't afford to get cocky right now. I mean, yeah, you're really far ahead, but things can be turned around really quickly, and a lot of teams get in the mindset of, you know what, we're really far ahead, we can just mess around. There's another word I wanted to use there. But they're gonna have a problem here. How are they gonna push a turret when Xerath's there and he has the mana? Well, you can't. I think they're gonna rely on Tristan, maybe split push a little bit. You see a lot of wards coming down the bottom side of the river, the bottom side of the jungle, sorry, for Peculiar, which is a very smart play. Exactly what they need to do. Make sure to keep those wards alive. Maybe go for a couple of swoopy lenses, which they have two, sorry, I can't see. And just make sure that they can maintain some vision in their own jungle. That way they don't get flanked. They can continue to farm up here and continue to obviously get stronger to really compete. Alright, so Infinity Edge now done here for Sense. No Nomicon Sheen done for Insane on that Lulu. And Cedrin, a little bit. Actually, no, they don't have any wards on. That's why I can't actually push up. Because I'm pretty sure you can just split push this all day if you have the ward coverage over towards the blue buff to see him getting, you know, flanked. And that should be just easy turrets for them. And now a little bit of skirmish breaking on. Melee getting very low. Forced to flash away from this one. So survive a little bit longer here. That is a big flash to have down. And they might be able to push on the middle. Xerath's still there though. Has blue buff, so he's going to try to keep away all these mini waves. But here comes R from the side. Look at the Ornn ultimate and the Vi ultimate. Look at everything. They are just stacking it one by one, and they pick up the kills. They get two so far. We'll have someone finally get taken down here, but it's a 1-for-2 trade. They pick up a turret. They're looking for number 3, and the flash coming in out of Xyle and Sense. And Xyle going to be taken down from this one. Double kill picked up here for Sense. And now Sigu, he has the health. He has the health and the damage to take them on. Why is he not going for it? A little bit surprised to see him back away, but here goes Mount off to the side. Sigu obviously has the ball to just zone them away. Look how little health they have. A flash would kill them, but Sigu's playing a little bit safe.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
50 CS, 40 CS in the top lane. 20 CS lead middle, and everyone else pretty much is dead even. But again, really surprised Sigurd just didn't go for it. He has so much damage. He had back up a mountain. He at least would have killed Sense, I believe. But either way, you saw that team fight. You saw them just stack everything they had onto that one point. Vi ultimate coming in with the Orianna ultimate, then the Braum ultimate right behind that. It was a ridiculous combo. Unfortunately, they just didn't have the extra oomph they needed to pick up the kills. Or just lock the rest of them down. But either way, I mean, 13-5, 22 minutes in. Almost a 10k gold lead, very close to it. They're still leaps and bounds ahead of Peculiar right now. Sedrin on top of a ward. They know he's there. Caitlyn trying to bait it in. Sedrin won't be able to get away from this one. Doesn't knock Lee Sin back here. He won't get slowed, but the ultimate gonna come in from Caitlyn. Gonna flash the Q. We'll force. Well, at least we'll force him to use his flash. So and his heal. So they'll get one summoner out of him. But no kill, and that's what they really needed. They needed that shutdown bonus to give over to going here. And funny enough, Sedrin actually didn't go for Stack Shiv. He went for the Phantom Dancer. You usually see Tristanas go for that Stack Shiv so you can wave clear a little bit quicker, but not to mention that little bit of extra burst that you can do. Going old school though. I like that. I almost thought they were going to dive over the wall for that one. Oh, the hook. Mountain going to take a lot of damage from Baron here. If it decides to hit him. And all it takes is one Vi ultimate. Orianna Ball is there. It's good. It's going to pull him in. They pick up a kill on Insane. Xerath just hammering away at them, though. And Sense can pick up so many kills right here, but he gets caught out. Vi does land the Q, and now he's being forced to run away from this one. Sedrin trying to come in, trying to help out, trying to dodge all the damage he possibly can coming in from Xerath. And they will escape with 2 kills and 0 deaths here. Reagan, is he going for it? Why? Nope. That was a good note, but that was too deep. At least they'll pick up a turret.
Blue team's turret has been
They lost 3
destroyed.
people, but they got that. Oh, teleport coming in. Zyle's looking for it. And he will just back off. Noticing that they're really helping. Oh no, he's going for it still. He still has a Lich Bane. Hasn't hit him just yet. He's waiting for a little bit of backup, but unfortunately that teleport going to be wasted. But we'll still keep them around, which will allow them to maybe push somewhere else. They do have Dragon up that they could go for. Instead, they're all just a little bit too slow to make anything happen. Alright, so Death Cap done here for Curve. Ooh, it's been done for a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Void Staff almost done though for Sigurd. Sork Boots finally picked up for Xayah with this Home Guard enchantment that you just saw. And the Real Namakon's Sheen still done. That's it for Insane. It's really unfortunate for him. I guess he only has 1,000 gold, but he hasn't been able to farm too easily. He's had these 2 items for the longest of times. Or of time. Not plural. And yet he's just struggling to really build up anything. I feel like the Lulu just isn't offering anything right now. I mean, maybe an Aurelia, someone tanky, maybe Shyvana. Right now, I feel like Lulu's not really bringing much. Yeah, you have the ultimate. But you don't have a lot of ability power behind that to give that extra health. Alright, so ultimate's now back up here in Faculty. I'm assuming this is the moment they're waiting for. The hook comes in. You're just helping Prawnbear though. But they can chip away. They have Xerath the Blue. They've been able to maintain that buff for him, and because of that, he's going to be able to siege really well, or at least counter siege, wave clear very fast, be able to poke very often. The downside is, Faculty have a very hard engage comp. Oh man, they're waiting for someone to check here. Oh, if they're patient, they might get it. They're patient. Oh, wow, he's still going for it. He's going for Caitlyn here, and the knockup's not going to come back in. Promber getting very low. With the command protecting, we'll be able to stay alive here, but he's looking for more. He's looking for, I think that was Thresh right there, and right now Caitlyn going to be dropped here in just a second. Zio's going to pick up the kill. No, he won't. And Xerath is looking to turn this one around, but he does get the kill, and Mountain, unfortunately, wasn't there in time to save him, and now they're being forced back as it's just a 1-for-1 trade here, so going a little bit too ham. I guess there's maybe a little bit of miscommunication in there, because they could have had an ace. Now you cut the sense really kiting quite well there. But still, it is almost 11k lead here. I feel like this might be one thing that might be hindering N faculty and getting better is the fact of closing out games. Like if you think of the best teams in the world, obviously it's a little bit of difference between these guys and them, but they can close out games with this kind of lead. They can close out games with like a 5k gold lead, like way back earlier in the game. It's really hard to do. I mean, obviously, just need to get around the map more. I feel like they need to be deep warding a little bit more. They need to just be able to catch them off in the jungle like we've been seeing, or we saw them try just now. But they're also not committing like together. Thinking back to the summer split of LCS, like the qualifiers, and thinking back to Pharrell. Actually, no, it's summer split of LCS the first couple weeks, and seeing Pharrell and Lore, like when someone made a call to go, he would just go for it. Didn't matter if it was a good call or a bad call, but a call that's followed by everyone, whether or not it's bad or good, is way better than people, backing away and some people going in. Going together as a team is a really powerful thing, and we're not even thinking about running away. It gets very, very difficult for a team to really deal with that, no matter how far they're ahead. Alright, so Baron being 2-manned, 3-manned. Should be very easy here. They're going to spot out Lee Sin, though. It's going to prevent him from getting over there, and that Baron will be going down just a second. And they now know it has been taken, but is the engage going to come in? Mountain, is he going to look for an ultimate? No, he's not. He's going to just sit there. And they're going to push with this Baron buff here. I feel like the turret dive's going to come. This is going to be dangerous. They can just push middle, dive on that turret, and they're going to kill everyone. And if you're Peculiar right now, you need to give this turret up. There's nothing you can do. Xerath doesn't have blue. He's going to run out of mana. And you do have Lulu in him, so they have really good wave clear, as you can see with him. With Xerath, Lulu, and Caitlyn. But you can see Prawn off to the side, just looking for the engage, looking for the Q over the wall into an ultimate. I still feel like they should tank the turret if they wanted to. I mean, Cedric has the damage alone to take that turret down, as long as you give him a couple seconds on it. Well, in the meantime, Zio going to split push bottom, so we'll force this one to rotate over there. And you can see Peculiar a little bit split in what they want to do. They're going to get the turret up. Slowing down now, 5 turrets in this game, compared to the 2 they've been able to pick up. Zio got to be a little bit careful, though. Doesn't want to get taken down here. Cedric will, every hit that he does get onto that turret, just gets him one step closer to pushing in and getting so low right there. It's 5-0 and 5. 3-0-9 for Mountain. 1-1-7 for Sigu, playing that support Orianna. 4-2 and 3 for Zio, and 4-3 and 5 for Prawn Bear. And they're looking for a fight here. Cedric, does he actually notice him? He's spotted up by the ward. He's going to try to back away with this one. Thresh does have home guard boots, but he stomps at the ward. And now they're out of position. No, don't push for this turret. You don't have Vi there. You don't have Vi. The Orianna damage onto Thresh is ridiculous. And look at the combo coming in. They don't need Vi. They pick up 2 quick kills. And that could have been the fight that got Peculiar back in the game, noticing that Vi was nowhere near them. I think that's why they tried to go for engage here, but now they lost a lot of wave clear in the form of Caitlyn. And now, well, Vi ultimate's still up. They can dive this one so easily. Xerath, he's got flash, so he has the ability to run away. So does Lulu. But I feel like they have the damage to burst you down before even then. And well, Xerath ultimate going to be used just to clear out the minion wave. Alright, so 30 minutes in with the first inhibitor being taken down here. Imagine they're just going to back up after this, not going to go for the final push. They should have a decent amount of gold to spend. 3,400 on Cedric. That is going to hurt. And they're just straight gonna take turret number 7. All right, why not? No, they really stopped. Are they really that afraid? I feel like they don't need to be. They know Xerath's ultimate's down. There they go. Alright, so they pick up a turret, they pick up Dragon, and they almost have a 20k gold lead. I kind of want to make a bet. I'm so sure that Faculty are going to win this. I kind of want to make a bet on stream that if they lose, I'll do something that's really stupid, but I feel like that'd get me fired. Alright, so as you can see right now, Peculiar just trying to get any form of farm they can. Trying to secure their own jungle a little bit here. Obviously getting a little bit of a couple of deep wards. Mid lane will be shoving against them soon. And right now it's up to Faculty to decide where they want to go. Do they want to hit top? Do they want to hit bottom? I feel like they can split push with the teleport up on Zio. With the Bloodthirster done. And a pickaxe here for Cedrian. Oh, he's tough. He's tough. He's level 16. So his auto attack range is pretty damn long. Let me see what it is actually. That's not him. That's not him either. This is him. That's not him either. Jason, please. 685. So he's got a huge attack range here. And they're just gonna push straight into the turret. They have them out of position. Well, we pick up another inhibitor turret, another inhibitor as well. And do they want to finish the game? Zio pushing top. Not even being interrupted here. He might pick up that turret. Messed up his Lich Bait and proc a little bit, but that turret has no HP. And right now, Promberry looking for maybe an engage here. They don't really need to fight right now. I mean, they're in no hurry. 2 inhibitors down. The 3rd inhibitor turret's so low. You haven't been rushing it so far, so why rush it now? And I can see Baron up in 2 minutes. Jesus Christ, the Lulu took so much damage right there. It was insane how much damage he took. Xerath ultimate coming in. Not connecting though, and Zio gonna get caught out here, gonna be actually blown up. But will they go for the fight? And you can see Cedrian was looking for one, and all it takes is one to really get him going. I would imagine if he killed Sense there, he would have actually probably gotten a pentakill, or had the potential to. But either way, they're gonna pick up the 3rd inhibitor turret of the game and 3rd inhibitor. Probably go back to base. Promberry can survive. Right now, Lee Sin being forced back to the hook, gonna land on a Cedric. They could burst him down here. He's gonna flash away from this one though. Orient ultimate is good, connecting on a 3, picks up a double, and that will be the game coming here. Lee Sin the last man standing, but it doesn't matter. The first Nexus turret gonna fall. Number 2 gonna fall in just a few seconds as well. And Faculty gonna be your first team through Group A into the playoffs. And he gets out. Gotta be credit to Cedrian. Little carry there by him. 6-0 and 8, 278 CS. He just dominated his lane the entire time. 4-1-10 finally for Sigurd. Finally able to pick up some kills at the end of the game. And 5-0 and 3. Perfect, or 13, sorry. Perfect game out of Mountain. Remember back at EPS last year as well, or last season, he had phenomenal games. Really helped that Faculty out. And they're looking pretty strong here to maybe get into the playoffs or to the finals yet again. In the meantime, we're going to do a quick little break here, guys. When we come back, it will be the losers match, I believe. It should be CC up against Planet Key Dynamics. Then the winner of that game will take on Peculiar for the last and final slot. So guys, we'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll see you then.